Let's try this again. One more time. Here we go. Warning! You're listening to the DHB Radio Show, a comedy radio show that uses lots of strong language. Thus, if you're easily offended, then fuck off right now, because we'll say lots of bad things and your delicate ears will get offended. Secondly, if you're under 18, then ask your parents' permission before you listen to our show. Let's pause this. What on earth possesses you to speak and do things during the intro music? The whole idea is we remain quiet for the introduction to come in, and then we cut. Right, fucking keep on going. Because I don't want to get in trouble for you hearing me say. And finally, bear in mind that some of the things said aren't the actual viewpoints of the hosts involved. Some of us play characters. That's just how things are. It's for entertainment. Take that on the chin and enjoy yourselves!
This is Doghouse Started Radio.
Come gather round, all ye bastards, and raise up a calm to this our stir.
Ladies and gentlemen!
Oh, folks, I can only apologise. I mean, for those of you in podcast world, you've got no idea what's going on here, but we've had just an absolute clusterfuck of a start tonight. Folks, welcome to show 85. My name, as always, is Scott Taylor. I'll fill you in what's going on here. It's been chaos. Now, in the studio, guys, you can see Steve. Hello, Steve.
Hello.
We've got Maynard. Hello, Maynard.
Hello.
We've got Chris Mark. Chris Mark, how are you doing?
Well, hello.
And on Skype we have Pink. Pink, how the fuck are you doing?
Fucking tip-top, my friend.
I'm going to cut back to you all shortly when we chat with you, but I'm going to explain first of all what's going on here, because we have had a bit of a chaotic evening so far. And, so I'm burping and coughing away here. My voice is ruined. I'm full of gas. There's been dog attacks. There's been chaos. There's been problems with Ustream, problems with Skype, problems with our broadcast software. It's just been chaos tonight.
You know what it is, don't you? It's 2012. This is how it starts.
This is how it starts.
Definitely.
This is how the world ends with a DHB radio show.
Yep.
So, to fill you in here, oh god,
oh Jesus,
oh that's not good. To fill you in here, what's going on? I mean, we've had Ustream shit itself now, I believe, 4 times. You know, it keeps cutting off for the on the chat room as well. They're leaving in droves because it's just chaos here. Of course, now I'll turn to you first of all, Steve. Steve, how are you doing again?
Good, thanks.
Good.
Been denied some sweeties tonight, some little bit.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, right, now, again, I'm sorry, chat room, we've cursed before, but I've got to say it again, because what in your brain thinks, I'll come and record the show, and I know what I'll do, I'll bring a bag of sports mixtures.
Yeah. They're so nice, though.
They are lovely, but not for eating while you're recording a show, because then all you hear is fucking... You sound like a tribesman in Africa.
Yeah.
Like, it
just so happens I have $1 million Nigerian dollars.
Like being back at the cinema with him.
So Steve, apart from being a sports mix fanatic, how's your week been, my friend?
Pretty hectic, to be honest with you. A lot of ups and downs, and I had a whole week off from work, you know, and expecting to get a lot done. I had a list of things to do.
Right.
That list remains as it was last week. Every time I try to get anything done, something else came up and I ended up.
Well, I mean, here's the thing, of course. Now, you had a week off work.
Yes.
So, which normally means a week of relaxation and chilling out and doing sweet FA.
Yeah.
But you have been a busy little beaver, haven't you?
I fucking have, yes.
Yes. Yeah. Which also we'll touch on later on when we come to... I'll discuss this later on with you. But
right.
I've got a bone to pick.
Oh.
But we'll do that later on. Oh. Also, we have Maynard, a somewhat traumatised Maynard tonight on the show. Now, of course, Maynard, you experienced quite a flash with death.
I did.
When you arrived tonight.
I did.
At DHB Towers.
I've never seen anything like it. Got here, knocked on the door, rang the bell. I can hear Steve opens the door. All right, Steve, how's it going? Yeah, not bad. Yeah, you doing? Yeah, you keeping well? I'm all right. Yeah. All right, Milo, how's it going? Yeah, not bad, Maynard. Yourself? Yeah, I'm all right. Yeah. At the side of me, as this has all happened, a cat has just appeared out of nowhere, and I mean out of nowhere. And next thing, Milo and the cat are looking at each other, and they're like, hello, cat. You know what time it is. Oh, what time is it, Mr. Dog? It's time you got fucked up. And the next thing, fucking Milo's like, oh, cat's like, oh, to fuck, I'm out of here. And next thing, it's up the stairs. I don't know how it happened.
Because I'm sitting here at the desk, obviously, because you guys are going to let Maynard into the flat there, and I just heard fucking dog going nuts and that. Yeah. I'm thinking, oh my god, he's getting attacked again by the neighbour's dog. What's going on? I'm sprinting to the house. Oh no, he's kicking the fuck out of a cat.
Oh yeah.
Like, holy shit. Poor Steve's and dragging the dog back in by his collar.
I think the cat levitated out of there.
Oh, definitely.
It didn't touch anything on the way up to the next floor.
Yeah.
It just kind of, I just seen it jump, and it just kind of, it was almost like it was on strings. It just went gone.
Somebody upstairs controlling it like a puppet.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck?
Holy shit.
No idea what even happened.
Bloody hell. So apart from the near-death trauma you suffered at the hands of Milo there, how's your week been, my friend?
Yeah, it's been alright. Milo's now at my legs thinking, I smell cat, motherfucker. What's going on here? I'm going to fuck you up too, mate. As long as you're sniffing, not humping.
While you're being scouted out by the dog, I'll turn to our other in-studio guest, Chris Mack. Chris, how are you doing again?
All good. I'm actually better than I was earlier.
Brilliant.
I've improved.
Yeah. Good to have you back, of course. It's good. Now, of course, guys, I have mentioned before that with the live show, Chris is coming to the live show as well. So that's one more name for the live show is going to be up there as well.
Bringing a friend.
The live show, by the way, has just run away with itself. My God, the reception we've had towards this thing. I mean, I'll cover this again shortly, but wow. I mean, you guys are fantastic. I'm going to turn to our last guest, of course, here now on the camera. Now, here's a problem. I did turn to him earlier on in our first attempt to broadcast, and the audio completely cut out. But I think it's been sorted now, so let's try again now. Hello, Pink, how are you doing?
Hello.
Yay! It's working. As far as I can tell, it's working. Pink, now, Pink, of course, guys, you can hear my voice isn't up to par. It's a little bit hoarse. I picked up a little bit of the lurgy at the weekend there, I believe.
The plague.
The plague,
the
if
black
you will.
lung.
The black lung, yes.
The end is nigh.
But Pink, I believe you're worse off than me from what I can gather. I mean, you've been, I called you the weekend there and it was like getting a sexy, dirty phone call. Hello, how are you? What are you wearing?
Yeah, I mean, my voice has been absolutely fucked. It's still fucked as we speak. And in fact, it was completely gone on Saturday night when I was working. So that was fun.
So, of course, now you're working in a late night venue with no voice. How did that work out for you?
Oh, it's just an absolute fucking shocker. So I'm working 6 hours outside a venue, and we have got a death thrash metal band on as the start band that was on.
Oh,
so every
dear.
time the door even moved a fucking millimetre, the fucking ghost whispering fart of a voice that I had was drowned out in a second.
Now, gentlemen, before we carry on with this week's show, I want to thank a couple of people. Not the gas part, though, but yes, I want to thank Stuart Gregg, a listener of ours, who's from Scotland, but currently working in Australia. And Stuart Gregg bought us this new headphone amplifier. So it means you guys can hear better what the fuck is going on during showtime. It's awesome. It's brilliant.
Yeah. One of the coolest bits of kit.
It really is. It's got lights and stuff. And there's knobs that can play with.
Shiny as well. It's
quite hefty as
got
well.
kind of like modern. It should be sitting next to your fancy telly in the living room. Kind of look
exactly. It's very exciting because before, of course, we were using a splitter, and that meant you guys were getting less. A splitter. So that means, of course, if we had any more than 3 of us here, it was just like, what you say? They can't hear properly? Hey, what? Young'uns these days. So this, of course, amplifies everything, and we sound fantastic. So thank you to Stuart Gregg. But also want to thank listener, of course, Clark from Polish Bliss. Well, I say thank. I mean, of course, Clark did go out his way to give us the Unicum last week. And what's the other stuff again? The other stuff that was shit.
The tall fucking
one
stuff.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Palinka.
So the Palinka, that's the one.
Yeah.
But to make up for that, though, he has bought us a bottle of Jack Daniels, which is winging its way to us now, I believe.
He's a good lad, Clark.
So he is a good man, Clark.
No, he's a fucking cunt. How can some of these fuckers post some shit up to me, yeah? Like fucking cough medicine for a fucking start.
Livonia or something.
Yes. Now, before we carry on, of course, now, Chris.
Yes.
You have missed a momentous time last week when we all had cum shots.
I was watching.
Yes. So before I can even call on with the show here, you do need a cum shot and a Palinka shot.
I saw the fucking pain you went through last week.
I'm not gonna lie to you, it's not the most, how can I say,
It's fucking bitters.
it's not very Moorish.
Yeah.
So if you don't mind grabbing the unicum there, and one big cum shot all of your tits. I mean, in your face. I mean, you know, up your
Shows
nose.
how fucking good it was. There's literally no more than a fucking shot taken out of it so far.
Don't get in your eyes.
The options are you take a drink of Unicum, or Steve will give you a drink of Monocum.
So please enjoy the unicum goodness that
It's gonna fucking hurt, isn't it?
it's lovely.
No, I meant the day after.
Yes. So there he goes. He's had a shot of unicum. Seems somewhat unperturbed.
I'll be honest, I've had worse.
Oh.
Actual cum then.
Now you have to have some.
Come on then,
Palinka.
Chris. You're a Chelsea fan. Man up.
Now you're needing
Fuck you.
some Palinka. Grab the Palinka ball. It is like a tabletop vinegar.
I was gonna say.
Grab the head further down the shaft of the bottle. Don't forget to cup the balls.
Ball.
Thumb over the end.
Open your throat.
It fucking burns after, I'll give you that much.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. So you've
It's
had.
like fucking paint stripper or something. Isn't it?
Because essentially, there's two options. You either have a cum shot or you have what we call a unibomber. You know, where we drop one shot into like a Red Bull.
That stuff fucking stinks.
So that's now
Jesus.
the Palinka.
Oh, well.
Clark's got another bottle of that Palinka stuff. I was around seeing him at the weekend, and the bottle he's got there that he's kept for himself is actually quite fruity smelling. It's quite nice.
Fucking hell.
So that one wasn't fun then.
No,
Okay.
I actually want to get some more of the Unicum and wash away that fucking taste.
How about some Monocum?
Now that you've had a big simple man the fuck up, let's move on with the show.
Giggity.
Me and Scott will join and we'll make it multi-cum.
Genius.
Dry-cum.
Gentlemen,
Pre-cum.
as you've heard.
What the
I know, come on.
Dribble.
As you've heard already, of course, pre-show there, we all had a wee dice with death. I mean, Maynard was just was a mash of teeth and fangs there for a second there as well, and it could have ended horribly. You know, Stephen had dived in heroically and pulled it apart. Chris just sat here twiddling his fucking thumbs.
Yeah.
But, you know, it was a scene of danger. And speaking of near-death experiences, I tried a new exercise routine this week. Well, what it was I thought, you know what, it's been like so many years since I've been on a push bike, you know, a mountain bike. A friend of mine said, look, I've got one here. He'd bought two bikes, one for him and one for the wife, you see. They used it once, put it in a garage, the bikes, and then they just left there to get covered in cobwebs and dust, and you know, that was that. So he said, look, the bike's as good as new. If you want it, it's yours. I'm like, well, yeah, so bought the bike off him, that was fine. Took it home, checked it all out. It seemed to be perfectly fine. All the bolts seemed to be fastened properly, and everything. The tires still have that wee knobbly bits that you know it's a good tire, you know, because it's not hardly been used. Whose phone was that?
Not mine. Mine's
Not
off.
me. Mine's off.
Bed's pink. A bed's pink. Okay, it's not pink. So he claims. So yeah, so the bike looks sound. So what I do, I go, right, okay, I'll wait for a nice day. And when, you know, maybe kind of quiet, hopefully as well, because nothing more funny than a fat man on a push bike. So I looked outside, seemed very quiet. You know, kids are in school, mums are away getting smacked at their tits on heroin. So you know, everyone's indoors basically, but it's a lovely day as well. So I go out on the bike. Now, guys, you obviously have noticed the back street here is cordoned off.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's all sealed off, bollards on each end, a big long straight bit of road. So I thought, that's great, I'll just do laps back and forth, get used to being a bike again, because it's been like 20 years, you know. That fucking so I heroically managed to not kill myself initially, avoided hitting anything at all, dodging, you know, loose staffies and broken beer bottles and, you know, shit like this. So I'm getting brave now, thinking, oh yeah, this bicycling lark's a piece of piss.
Let's get the stabilizers off.
Yeah. Stop pushing me, Dad. Right. So I take off up this other kind of hill at the way. As I turn the corner, though, the rear wheel, the two bolts holding the rear wheel on, obviously aren't properly secured. It slides in the frame. And the wheel turns and jams against the frame.
Nice.
So, of course, the wheel stops dead. I, of course, don't stop dead. I continue on over the handlebars.
Oh no.
So I've now gone over the handlebars. I'm now lying in a heap on the floor. And of course, now, guys, you'll back me up here as well. If this happens to you, your first priority is not to see if you've broken any bones, not to see if you're scuffed.
You.
Exactly.
Definitely.
I'm looking around. Has anybody seen me? Oh, fucking hell. Sure enough, bunch of kids saw me. I'm
Brilliant.
like, fuck.
I hope you got rid of the evidence. Just
So-
wipe them all out.
And you know what?
Were they all standing there pointing at you going, look at the fat man?
Actually, yes, they were. There's like 10 kids who are shouting their friends, come and see this! I've got gravel rash. I'm like, oh.
Fucking
So
hell.
I can't fix the wheel on the side of the road because it's the bolt's still quite firm on, but the wheel's just going nowhere. So I have to carry the bike home now. But it's a good 10-minute walk back to the house carrying this my bike,
Fuck's sake.
followed by an ever-growing legion of kids giving it fatty I fucking hate kids.
Scott, I've got to tell you, in the chat room, Clark 1984 says Scott needs stabilizers and spokey dokes.
Spooky dokies, oh man. So I'm absolutely pissed off. What about you guys? Have you guys been cycling much at all, or been involved in cycling recently, or my voice sounds terrible.
No.
Yes.
No, I have not.
But Steve, I thought you were a bit of a kind of fitness kind of,
Not so much recently. I haven't been to the gym in about 5 weeks.
Have you not?
No, I just haven't had the time.
It's not like you.
I know. Getting fat.
Shit.
It's all
You'll
a
soon
fucking
be
tweet.
hosting this show for fuck's sake. What about you, Maynard? Are you a cycling fan or a
Me.
fitness fan or
No, but I am thinking about getting a push iron though. To be honest with you, just to get to work and back.
a push iron?
Aye, a push iron. It's a push bike.
A push bike?
Yeah,
a
push
push iron?
A push iron. Yeah.
Since when's a push iron?
You must have heard it called a push iron
Is
before.
this like an Englandshire thing or
Aye,
something?
it must be a cool thing or something. I don't know. Fucking, you must have heard it called a push iron before.
No.
Fuck's sake.
I'm all about them.
This must be some kind of Hovis bread fucking reference, because that's from down Yorkshire way, isn't it?
Delivering bread on a bike.
No, but I mean, I think about getting one just to get to work and back, because that traffic there is just fucking hosing me off. I can get there in 15 minutes, but it takes me like 45 minutes to an hour to come back. So
Yeah.
I'm
We've-
thinking.
Just so you know, guys, we have a call, by the way. Bonnie, how are you doing, you lovely person, you?
I'm doing fine. How are you doing?
Terrible, Bonnie. I'm near death. I nearly died in a bike accident. My voice is wasting away. Poor me, and I'm getting no sympathy here whatsoever. I sound like do you know what I sound like? Do you know? Have you ever watched Simpsons? And you know
Yes.
when they go to like the local like Krusty Burger, and the guy behind the counter, yeah, can I give you a burger, please? That's what I sound like right now.
Better than
It's
Pink.
ridiculous.
He sounds like Homer's dad's mate at the home.
The love
No,
child.
no, no. I sound like Thelma.
It's like I says to him the other day, he's the love child of Chewbacca and Darth Vader.
So Bonnie, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, but I have a fairly similar story to the bicycle one,
Brilliant.
except it didn't involve the bicycle, it was my horse.
Right, so nothing like it whatsoever then.
The back wheel jammed on your horse.
The back legs weren't tight enough.
Well, let me
The back legs fell
horses
off.
are not stupid animals, okay?
Okay.
They're very smart. And so I decided I was going to go horseback riding, and I saddle up my horse and get his bridle and bit in his mouth and everything. Well, we have cinder blocks that we've stacked up because my horse is very high. My eyes reach
Must have been smoking.
the top of his back. So
Okay.
Oh, Bonnie, I've got a question. Did you remember to talcum powder your fanny so you didn't swallow?
Wow.
shut up, Pink. Anyway, so I try to walk him beside these cinder blocks because we have them stacked up four like stairs.
Okay.
You get to the top one to get on the horse. It makes it a lot easier. So he stops about halfway to the top of these stairs and won't go any further. So I had to climb back down off the stairs and get him to walk forward. He walks forward. I get on the top of the stairs. He turns his butt out away from me and he's looking at me.
Right.
So I have to get down again and walk him by the stairs, and he stops about halfway up the stairs, so I have to walk down 2 steps.
Okay.
And I'm thinking, okay, I can get on him from here because I've actually gotten on him from the ground. It's just I'm not a little girl, and that takes a lot more effort than I want to put into.
Okay.
So I'm on the second step now, and I'm thinking, well, I'm going to have to get a little more thrust than I would if I was on the top step. So put my foot my foot in the stirrup, and I throw myself up, and I throw myself over the horse onto the ground. And he's a good horse. I mean, he could have stomped on me if he wanted to, but no, he just looked at me like I was a damn fool. But yeah.
So you flew over the horse.
Look around, make sure that nobody saw me.
Yes, that's the priority. You could be. I mean, there could be bones poking out your jeans and everything. Oh no, who saw me? Oh,
you know what I love about that? Animals have a great way of making you feel like a complete knobend.
Oh,
they can just give you a look like, what the fuck was that? I get it all the time from my cats. Like,
oh man, I'm so glad it's not only just me that look like a dick. people.
Guess what?
I guess. No
I have a joke.
Oh! Hold on!
Yeehaw! Gosh darn it, fragging rats and dang critter rabbit. This is Batshit Bonnie's Joke of the Week. Yeehaw!
I've messed that. I've messed that. Sorry, Bonnie, on you go. Fire away.
You had to play the whole thing.
Oh, God, yes.
Okay. There is a rabbi, a Baptist preacher, and a Catholic priest, and a altar boy on an airplane, and they're traveling somewhere together. Next thing you know, the pilot comes out of the front of the plane. He says, "We got some bad news. The plane's going down. We only have 2 parachutes, and I'm taking one. Bye." And he jumps out the plane.
Okay.
So the rabbi's standing there, and he's like, we're all older men, and we have this young boy here. We've all lived a longer life. We should give the parachute to the boy so that he has a chance to live his life.
This better get fucking funny fast, I swear to God.
And the Baptist preacher, he looks at the boy and he says, "Fuck the boy." The Catholic priest says, "Do you think we have time?"
Now, I cannot condone such kind of thing being a man of the cloth. and I don't find that kind of humour funny at all.
Now, Bonnie, before you go, is there anybody to you want to give a shout out to before you go?
Do what?
Give a shout out to before you go.
A shout out to.
Oh no! She's fucking going a bender. She's going bend. So listen, folks. Speaking about obviously the Jewish Catholics and also blah blah there as well. Now, could you? I can't even explain this. This is fucking crazy. So I'm at work.
You just met me. Here's your number.
Yeah, my number. So call me, bastards. Here's the thing as well. I'm at work, right? Now, as you can see I'll turn on the camera because in fact they're showing me already. So you see me already, magnificent beard, right?
Yes.
Well,
magnificent, Steve.
all right.
There's no question about it. There's no there's no debate. It's magnificent. Okay. That's so.
It's only magnificent if it wins the internet.
Yes, good point. Magnificent beard. A man came up to me the weekend. They're working, and this is fucking completely out of the blue. I don't even know why I'm telling you this. Out of the blue, and said, "Excuse me." I quizzical look in the face as well. "Excuse me. Are you by chance Muslim?" I said, No, I'm not a Muslim.
Not that I know of.
Not that I know of, certainly. Not Muslim, no. He said, are you sure? I think, well, I pretty much know if I was or not, but no, I'm pretty sure I'm not Muslim.
Did he say to you, "Are you sure"?
Yes, he asked me if I'm sure. I said, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm not Muslim. He went, "August birth, though." He said, all right, okay. And he paused for like 20 seconds, just staring at me.
Pondering, was he?
And went, Are you KKK? I went, "What?" And he went, well, you're not Muslim. You got a beard and stuff. And I thought maybe you were KKK instead.
How does it go from? Hang on, how does it go from there to there?
I've got no idea. How do I go from being Muslim to KKK? I say,
I don't know. It's two of the most disliked factions on the
I
planet.
said, are you being fucking serious? And he went, well, skinhead tattoos. But a minute ago you thought I was Muslim.
It's not fucking 1985. You know what I mean? Skinheads mean nothing nowadays.
No, exactly. I'm like, I'm lost for words. I'm like, no, I'm fucking not. Okay, well, what are you then? I went, I'm the man telling you to fuck off. That's what I am. How have I gone from Muslim to KKK? I've got no fucking idea.
Could you not have said to him, excuse me, sir, have you got all your teeth? And if he went, yes, are you sure? Because I'm about to fucking knock them out.
Is that a case of one extreme to the other?
Exactly.
Fucking hell. What I did there. Sorry, one extremist to the other.
Hey! Whoa, that was pretty shit, by the way. Whoa!
Fucking hell.
Gentlemen, of course, this week has been the first week of sales from our new dhbshop.com. And it's been going great. I need to thank everyone so far who's bought things from our store, be it t-shirts.
Stop buying stuff. Fucking stop buying stuff. I'm fucking sick of it.
Be it t-shirts, be it mouse mats, be it pin badges, stickers, Of course, poor Pink, our chief of shipping, is getting inundated. Now, Pink, I believe you had a bit of a rant, though, about, some of the orders placed.
Now, listen up, fuckers. If you're ordering something, I don't care whether it's a fucking pin badge to a fucking car window sticker to a t-shirt. The next fucker that sends me their name and address with all lowercase that I have to go and change whilst I'm fucking copying and pasting the address label, their name is going to cease to be whoever the fuck it was from Aberdeen. I've forgotten his name. It's going to be This Penis Lives At. That's going to be the name. And I will send the next fucking thing out that comes in all lowercase. Because when I've got like fucking 20 orders to do and I've got a shitload of stuff to bagging up, the last thing I need to be doing is changing to capitals every fucking letter, including the fucking postcode. So take it as a warning. If you don't want your name to be This Penis Lives At...
What difference does it make?
Oh, it's a fucking pain in the arse.
See,
it's all English letter, isn't it?
Yeah, but I have to admit, I'm in Pink's camp here as well, because it's one of those things I think would just bug me fucking stupid.
Oh, it's a new mashed potato debate, isn't it?
No,
it doesn't bother me.
It's
Capitals or not.
No, excuse me, One Nut. When you're filling out a form, you write your name all fucking lowercase. No, you don't. It'll be fucking capital S for fucking twat head. So fucking.
Well,
capital letter at the beginning, lowercase the rest. The next person that does it is, in fact, I swear to fuck, the next person that gives me all lowercase is getting shit in the bag.
Brilliant.
Holy shit. Is
your vagina bleeding?
Holy shit.
Fucking hell.
So anyway, of course, sales have been fucking awesome, Now, of course, the tickets. Now, here's where I've got a couple of funny things to talk about here now as well. The tickets have sold like fucking wildfire, you see. And we said in day one, last Monday, they're for sale. There's only 50.
Yeah.
If you want a ticket, get them bought fucking ASAP, And everyone had countless warnings on the show. We warned folk. We warned folk on the Facebook page repeatedly. Get these tickets bought, you see. So naturally, you've got half-wits. I'm looking at nobody here in particular.
Hey, whoa, fucking whoa! From the word go, there was I remember. I haven't been keeping up
Steve,
with WhatsApp, but I remember there being a statement saying.
Did I point a finger at you, Steve?
You
No.
fucking looked directly at me, and I know exactly what this is about.
I was merely relaxing my face. So,
fucking.
I'll tell you what, listen up, Steve. Only in golf do you get +4s. You don't get +4s in this fucking event, my friend.
From the word go, it was, we're selling a few of them, and we'll keep some back for the bastards. That's what it was. Did you fuck?
As in our +1s, not our +20s. So
You made
we
it
said
like you weren't going to sell them all and keep a few back. You said for family and friends.
no.
That's
let me
not a
clarify.
+1, that's family and
to
friends.
sell, but then no one was one of them. You had a week to say, get me 2 of those back, you know? When it came to the end, they were gone. So, get this, right?
In fact, there was a week you were on holiday, you fucking work shy lazy cunt.
I'll get this. So, they've all gone on sale. They've been selling like fucking hotcakes, you know? And I've said repeatedly on Facebook, there's like 5 left, folks. Get them now. You know, they're going, you know?
I was counting down. There was 9, there was 7, there was 5.
So Steve, they're gone, sold out. Then Steve texts, who's been on a holiday for a week, right? Who texts then saying, I'm needing a ticket for like my flatmate and for like some girl I've met like years ago and some other guy who, you know, lives in fucking somewhere else and some guy I met in the pub.
Fucking
and
shite.
fucking everyone else. I need like 50 folk.
3
at the
people.
fucking show.
It was my flatmate.
Oh,
my pal
Steve,
in the flaps.
they've sold out. Huh, what do you mean sold out? Well, it's been passed over the internet for last week. They were selling really fast and they're gone. Oh, well, I was told there'd be fucking tons for family and friends.
I'm gonna call bullshit to that. That's not how the conversation
and maybe
went
we
at
+1
all.
here and there, but
Proper exaggeration.
Oh, I need tickets for fucking everyone in the world.
Bullshit.
I've got second cousins I haven't seen since I was 5. They're wanting to come up from fucking Englandshire and, you know.
Total exaggeration. There was 3 people.
I'll tell you what though, it's very, very lucky he didn't turn around and go, well, you can take your tickets and shove them up your arse. Hey, big man.
Well,
stuff your tickets and stuff your show.
It gets better. Because people have been complaining because they haven't been able to get tickets. And I'm like, I've said to people, look, it's been quite clearly broadcast in the show. It's been posted on our Facebook page, on Twitter, on our website, saying get these tickets fast because they are going to sell fast. So there's one guy in Aberdeen who I know, who I'm not going to name him, but he calls me yesterday. He says, right, I've got time off coming up, so I want to come to this show thing that you're doing, you see. He said, now this is a guy who's got no idea what the podcasting is for a start, right? He's only ever seen like our video clips on YouTube. And even then, he's like, oh, you sound so stupid making a fool of yourself on those daft videos on YouTube. But yet, he wants to come to this show.
Brilliant.
So I say, look, dude, I'm sorry. Tickets are sold out, man. They were gone in like 5 days. They're gone, sold out, done, you see. So then he looks at me and says, so some fucking mate you are. Sorry, should I magic tickets out of the fucking nether for you, you fuck? But it gets worse though. There's a girl, right? I'm not going to name her, but up in Thurso, who said, now this was last night. Last night. Now I'm at work, you see, and I'm getting messaged at work saying, hey, how you doing? Looking for tickets for the show, you know, couple of tickets. Can you help me out? I'm like, look, listen, God, I really wish I could, but sold out entirely, you see. I said, but what I can do is if anyone cancels or pulls out, I can then put your name on a waiting list. So if there's tickets become available, they're yours. There's like a 2-minute pause. And then I get a message again saying, you know what? Stuff your tickets and stuff your fucking show. I'm like, oh, really?
Fucking mental cow.
So I put one back saying, I'm sorry, is it my fault that things sold out? Should I have consulted my crystal balls and said, oh, she's clearly won a fucking ticket eventually, obviously after they sold out, you silly bastard. I mean, come on, people, for fuck's sake. It's not rocket science.
All wrong. What we should do is we should get the people.
Alright, Hawkins.
Okay. Let him keep speaking, because fucking whatever. Pink, we didn't get a fucking word of that because you're coming through like Metal Mickey again. What the fuck? You've got the worst connection in the world. Oh, hold on. Speak again.
Oh.
No, fuck you.
Fucked.
It's fucked. Job's fucked. He's fucked.
Can I just say, in my defence, this week I took off from work was not a week off in the fucking slightest.
Right.
It was the busiest week of my life. It was actually harder than being at work.
Was that not through choice, though?
Yeah, I had to take a week off to get all my shit done.
What, fix your car?
Fix my car, get my flat in order, get some cleaning done, get fucking stuff moved. I just had so much shit.
And at no point in this week you've thought, I'll look at the internets and see how our ticket sales are doing.
I've just been too fucking busy.
I've not thought
too much shit going on.
I'll have a quick look on Facebook or a quick browse on the internet and Twitter
Nope.
Not like gone to bed night and thought, I'll have a quick look on the Facebook and see what's been said.
No, when you go to bed at night, it's like, right, quick look at porn. Remember, Tracy was away on holiday, remember? Porn, bed, sleep.
So at no point do you think, you know what, they've been on sale now for a week. I'll maybe go and say, look, I'm needing 20 for fucking my milkman and my chiropodist.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can. And his fucking pal. And I mean,
What I was going to say was we've obviously got it
Steve.
wrong. We should have actually gone round everyone that we knew who doesn't listen to the show and offered them first because we've known them for many years instead of offering to the fucking fans of the show. What a fucking mistake we've made.
Well, Pink, I think you as well have had a few folk up there, haven't you, who've been like nipping your head about tickets, and you're like, well, look, we could have easily sold more tickets, but I was worried we'd sell 50. But they've gone.
See, I put up some posters in my venue and in the venue that we're going to be at. So I've had a few people going, those dog-ass bastards, they're fucking really funny. Oh yeah, I'm going to go to that show. Really, it's kind of a bit restricted on the old tickets front and whatnot. Oh right, yeah. And I'm like, no, like they're just about sold out. Oh yeah, and I'm like, no, they're and like blink, sold out, too late. You fucking arse,
But so the thing is, obviously it's a sellout, which is brilliant. It's great to hear, and I can't wait for it to happen. But is anybody else here a little bit scared now? Now that it's actually been confirmed, now the tickets are sold. Now we've got to do this. There's no backing out now. Anybody else a little bit concerned at all, or you guys all cool? Steve, how do you feel?
Feel all right.
No nerves.
Not really.
No fucking hell. What about you, Maynard? What do you think?
No, I'm fine. But I know I'm like, it'll be up until the day before. I'll be like, fuck it, just go up there. Talk a bit of shit, fucking come off stage, perfect few beers, everyone's a winner. But I can guarantee on the day I'll be like, fucking arsehole, we're giving it 5 pence, 50 pence. I'll be like, whoa.
Arsehole, a manhole.
Listen, Maynard, the only thing you should be worried about is the fucking stinkers that are going to be clamouring at you.
Oh my God.
Saturday night, let me tell you.
You're in trouble, pal. You're in trouble.
In fact, if we still have Maynard in our possession at 2:30 on Saturday night, I'll be fucking stunned.
Can any listeners in the show, could you perhaps donate like some kind of GPS tracking system?
Yeah.
Like, those subdermal ones?
Get him that Find My iPhone app for him. On you.
Do you know what? If we put a GPS tracker on Maynard, it would be like those pictures that you used to do at school where you used to put nails in wood and like put string between it and whatnot. That would be like a GPS tracker.
Getting dragged around every single mother's house in the old town,
One concern I did
Service me!
about the live show, I put it on the Facebook page actually, is it's the same weekend the new Bond film comes out.
Yes, you're right.
So I think we're going to have to try and book an 8 a.m. showing.
Right, okay.
Get in, see the film, out, 10:30,
in the car,
up the road, yeah.
What about you, Chris? What do you think?
I did discuss this, Mononut, that we do actually have a picture house in said Thurso.
I don't want to go into a house and look at pictures. Thank you very much. Because that's exactly what it'll be. Or it'll be a guy with some fucking cartoon of Skyfall and fucking flicking through it page by page, where you go prrrr, and you see the little stick man moving.
Right, okay.
There's going to be the poster of Skyfall in the back as somebody reads the book.
They ain't saying that fucking high tech.
So what about you, Chris? How do you feel about it so far? Are you quite looking forward to it at all?
As far as I know, I'm just sitting in the fucking audience, so I've got nothing to worry about.
Don't worry, you'll be wrote at some point.
That's where you fucking ain't, my friend.
Anyone who's had any kind of involvement on the show are getting roped in somehow at some point. You see, some more than others, of course, but there'll be an involvement there. So just to warn you.
Fuck it, I'm up for that.
Excellent, gentlemen. I saw a couple of things this week on Amazon. Now, of course, Amazon, big fan of the site. We've got an Amazon wish list, of course, which people buy things for us which is appreciated. But have you guys ever had a chance to read some of the reviews of some of these things you find on Amazon?
Some of them are brilliant.
Some of them are gold.
There's some really good writers on there.
There really is. Now, I found one today on Facebook, and Pink found one as well through the week, which was gold. But I found one which, honestly, God, even the book name alone made me lose my shit. Right? The book is called "Helping the Retarded to Know God."
Fuck what?
Amen.
It's helping the retarded to know God. So
holy shit!
There's a review on there. Keep up. There's a review on there from somebody called Emiliana Fuentes. And Emiliana writes, my grandson Julio is a retarded.
Is a retarded.
He is a retarded. He is a retarded in his head and in his face. He is no good at throwing a ball. He had many problems with his teeth. When Julio was a baby, I take him to my church to ask Jesus why he gave me a retard. I ask Jesus if he is angry with my daughter's husband, Kaus, because he drinks and goes with the whores. Because he drinks and goes with the whores. Jesus did not speak. I wish Jesus would speak to people like he does in the Bible. I read this book to Julio. He is too retarded to read. It showed Julio how Jesus is good and have a reason for making him retarded. Now I take Julio to the church and he sit quiet and smile looking at the crucifix Jesus. He not make to make much grunts or squeaks to make other people displeasures. Julio does not bite the chair anymore. He looks at the roof and smiles to Jesus on crucifix. This is perhaps my favourite review
Jesus.
I've ever seen on the Amazons. Holy shit!
It's hard. I mean that's like reeking wind up.
It's just
99% of my body saying that's a wind up. There's 1% of my body thinks that might actually
that
might be actually someone who
legitimate.
really sucks at using Google Translate.
Now Pink found one as well for Veet. Obviously, Veet for men hair removal gel.
All right.
I swear to fuck. This is.
Have you got there, or do you want me to read out for you, Pink?
No. It requires the Sasquatch touch.
Okay. Fuck. Okay. It's the.
Hey, I can't read out shit with this voice just now, anyways.
Yeah. So this guy writes, having been told my danglies look like an elderly Rastafarian, I decided to take the plunge and buy some of this, as previous shaving attempts had only been mildly successful. And I nearly put my back out trying to reach the more difficult parts. Being a bit of a romantic, I thought I would do the deed on the missus's birthday as a bit of a treat. I ordered it well in advance, and working in the North Sea, I considered myself a bit above some of the characters writing the previous reviews, and wrote them off as soft office types. Oh, my fellow sufferers, how wrong I was. I waited until the other half was tucked up in bed, and after giving some vague hints about a special surprise, I went down to the bathroom. Initially, all went well, and I applied the gel and stood waiting for something to happen. I didn't have long to wait. At first, there was a gentle warmth, which in a matter of seconds was replaced by an intense burning, and a feeling that I could only describe as like being given a barbed wire wedgie by two people intent on hitting the ceiling with my head. Religion hadn't featured much in my life until that night, but I suddenly became willing to convert to any religion to stop the violent burning around my third tunnel, and what seemed like the destruction of my meat and two veg. Struggling to not bite through my bottom lip, I tried to wash the gel off in the sink, and only succeeded in blocking the plug hole with a mat of hair. Through the haze of tears, I struggled out of the bathroom across the hall into the kitchen. By this time, walking was not really possible, and I crawled to the final yard to the fridge in the hope of some form of cold relief. Pardon me. I yanked the freezer drawer open and found a tub of ice cream, tore the lid off, and positioned it under me. The relief was fantastic, but only temporary, as it melted fairly quickly and the fiery stabbing soon returned. Due to the shape of the ice cream tub, I hadn't managed to give the starfish any treatment, and I groped around the drawer for something else, as I was sure my vision was going to fail fairly soon. I grabbed a bag of what later I found out was frozen sprouts, and tore open trying to be quiet as I did so. I took a handful of them, and tried in vain to clench some between my cheeks and my arse. This was not doing the trick, as some of the gel had found its way up the Chutney channel. And it felt like the space shuttle was running its engines behind me. This was probably, and hopefully, the only time in my life I was going to wish there was a gay snowman in the kitchen. which should give you some idea of the depths I was willing to sink to in order to ease the pain. The only solution my pain-crazed mind could come up with was to gently ease one of the sprouts where no veg had gone before. Unfortunately, alerted by the strange grunts coming from the kitchen, the other half chose that moment to come and investigate, and was greeted by the sight of me, arse in the air, strawberry ice cream dripping from my bell end, pushing a sprout up my arse, while muttering, "Oh, that feels good." Understandably, this was a shock to her, and she let out a scream. And as I hadn't had her come in, it caused an involuntary spasm of shock at myself, which resulted in the sprout being ejected at quite some speed in her direction. I can understand that having a sprout farted against your leg at 11 at night in the kitchen probably wasn't the special surprise she was expecting. And having to explain to the kids the next day what the strange hollow in the ice cream was didn't improve my status. To sum it up, Veet removes hair, dignity, and self-respect.
Fucking wow.
Holy shit.
Oh dear.
Steve's broken.
What the fuck?
Holy shit.
You know what reminds me of? You seen the film Evolution?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I get some ice cream? Yeah, what flavour do you want? Doesn't matter, it's for my ass. Fucking.
That's brilliant, isn't it? Fucking awesome.
Well, I swear, when I was reading that, when I saw it at the weekend, I actually had to stop 4 times because I couldn't see due to the tears streaming out of my eyes, and that's pretty fucking rare.
It's almost as good as the "do not rob on knob and bollocks."
Gentlemen, we've had an email this week. I'm going to read this out now because it's quite good. In fact, a couple of emails, which are from Maynard.
Ooh. Oh. Is this people trying to woo Maynard now?
Well, it involves a certain new section that we created.
I thought I was getting shit for my singing again for a second then. I was going to be like...
Order! Silence in court! This is Maynard's Law!
This is indeed Maynard's Law. Now, Maynard, I'm going to have to buy you like a judge's wig for this section.
Yeah,
show,
definitely.
That's you know the big kind of white kind of curly ones you get, yeah. You buy all these. But we've had a couple of emails. First email comes from a guy called Steve Castle.
Hello, Steve.
He says, "Hello, bastards and bastardess. I'm a huge fan of the show. And although based here in California, which is outside of Maynard's jurisdiction..."
No, that's your first mistake. Nowhere's out of Maynard's jurisdiction.
"I would still like to know whether I would be judged harshly or not by the myth himself. I was in the bar late last night and got pretty shit-faced before heading home. I needed to go shit real bad, and had no choice but to drop my pants and take a dump right there on the sidewalk while walking home. I think only a couple of folks saw me do it, and it wasn't too big, so probably people will think it belongs to a dog anyway. I don't feel too great about it today, and wonder what kind of repentance Maynard would put me through. So Maynard, I ask you, if you, say, 11 p.m. at night, saw a man shitting in the street, what kind of..."
Well, the first thing is getting he's fucked anyway for assuming that he's out of my jurisdiction. There's nowhere out of my jurisdiction, so that's him fucked instantly. Secondly, if I seen him shit in the street, first you get a "the fuck you doing?" Followed by it, "Nah, he's in the gulag, fucking 2 or 3 years in the gulag, hard labour as well, cracking rocks and everything."
Dog.
The thing is, though, is that, as you know, is once you're in the middle of actually doing a shit, you're probably unable to actually move. So the best thing you'd be able to do, Maynard, is nip over and start pissing all over his face, whilst he wouldn't be able to move, and that's teach him a lesson.
What the fuck?
I mean,
I'd be more tempted just to push him back so he lands in his own poo. I wouldn't go, you know, that's kind of weird.
Okay, wait. Here, I'm going to play devil's advocate here now. See, now, okay, I'll ask Chris first of all. Chris, now, you're in town, you've had a few beers, and there's not a lavvy within, we'll say 10 minutes away, and you know that the turtle's head's poking right out, you know, that you're indeed to drop the old Cosby's off at the pool.
Yeah.
So, you think, well, what am I going to do? You've got to have a shit in the street.
Yeah.
Right? Now, do you think it's fair to be gulagged for shit in the street?
Depends where you do it. If you at least find a quiet little fucking side street as opposed to right down the bastard main road.
No,
Well.
no.
I mean, you could knock on somebody's door. Look, I know it's late, but seriously, I need to shit.
No.
Either let me in or I'm doing it on your
Yeah.
doorstep.
Yeah.
The only time I've ever come close to being caught out in the street needing a shit was, we're going about 10 years ago now.
Right.
I'm walking down Union Street and it's a Saturday afternoon, and you know that feeling, I'd had a curry the night before and a few beers and fucking stomach was giving me a little bit of jip, and I'm walking through, you know, the shopping precinct before you get to the train station. I'm getting to there and I'm thinking, fuck, it's a way to come out here. So I'm doing that little run thing what you do, but every time my foot hits the floor, it's moving like a millimetre further down, and I'm thinking, shit. So I ran down the tunnel bit over the road into the train station because that's where my car was parked.
Yeah.
And there's a toilet in the train station there, but it's got like it's got a barrier thing that you got to put 20 pence into it. Now, see, trying to get 20 pence out of my pocket in that sort of hurry, it wasn't happening. Fucking vaulted straight over there, straight into the toilet, pants down, not a second too soon. I'll tell you something.
But then, for example, say you were at a point where you were fit to pop, right? You were as you were there, but you knew there was nothing for a while. Are you telling me you would rather shit your pants than lay a log in the pathway?
I'm sorry, did you not hear my story? I told you I managed to get myself to a toilet.
Yeah,
I stitched my bum cheeks together.
Hypothetically, there's not a lavvy for a half hour away. So
I'd have made it happen. I'd have made sure it happened. The arse cheeks would have been clenched. I'd have made sure I got there.
Hey, listen,
no excuse for
let's
shitting in
forget that Maynard is from Yorkshire,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Now, they make Scotsmen look like fucking Rockefeller. So, if he ain't passing a shit, he ain't passing a shit.
There's no excuse for pooping outside, unless you're camping, and even then, camping, glamping, whatever you want to call it, there's no
Right.
excuse for shitting outside.
Okay.
None.
Not even if you shit in a hole and cover up.
Like a cat. Dig a hole.
If I'm in the middle of a desert or something, yeah, I'd maybe consider it then.
Okay.
But even then, fuck all that noise.
Right,
No,
so-
that's not right.
So Maynard's loss is guilty.
Guilty.
Okay.
In fact, you know what I would have done if I'd have seen him do it? I'd have made him shit in his own hand, and then I'd have put his hands in front of his face and then clap.
Oh.
Boom.
Well, I would have been like, nope, just you take that home.
Yeah.
Take it home with you. Dispose of it properly.
And I'll tell you something, he wouldn't have done it again.
And then maybe just tickle his nose with a feather before you go.
Wait.
On your way.
California or not.
We've got a second email from a guy called Diabolicus.
Oh, yes.
I'm guessing that's not his real name.
And he writes, under Maynard's law, what kind of punishment can I expect if I carry out my plan to shit in my boss's briefcase? The man's a fucking wanker, he writes, and does nothing all day but sit in his fat ass, shout at us, and throw about insults. Is that not what I do here? During the show. He says,
It's my new name, Diabolicus.
he always leaves his briefcase in the staff room, and I've watched it open him enough times to figure out what his lock code is. I'm going to curl a proper hefty shit in there, and fully expect to be blamed for it by the fat prick. But what does Maynard think, though? Will he fuck me over too?
I'm thinking so. Yeah,
Really?
You've caught me on a weekend where I've not had much sleep, so you fucked anyway, pretty much straight away. Yeah, shitting in another man's briefcase. No, it's just not cricket, really, is it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Not
The
really,
fact
no.
he owns a briefcase makes
Yeah.
me think, he's a bit of a wanker. To be
Why
fair.
does
Yeah,
it-
but
might
the thing
deserve
is,
it.
did you not get the key word in that thing there? Is the fact that he said he leaves his briefcase in the staff room. So this person is a teacher, and it's another teacher.
Ah.
That that justifies it.
Yes, he's got
Yeah.
a point, yes.
I know.
And
a couple
obviously
teachers.
the Sasquatch here is on shaky ground whilst leaving shits anywhere, as if in a previous episode he did a shit in someone's desk.
Oh,
Allegedly. Let me just cover my ass up and say allegedly. That was, yeah. So moving on.
I've never pooped anywhere but in a toilet.
Have you not?
Never. I've
Never,
never pooped.
never shot outside or been camping and shot in a hole.
Shit my pants once.
I've done it
It wasn't
repeatedly.
so
Yeah.
much a shit, but I farted
Yeah.
and it was a bit wet.
Everyone's had a shat attack, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
They've all fucking done that, but I've shit in a potty when I was a baby, obviously, when I was learning to poop, but fucking, I've never.
I've got a wee story for you. Now,
right.
there's someone that I know, obviously, someone that I know, and
Right.
they were at a golf course, and they were drinking one night, and I think they got chucked out off the bar that is attached to the golf course by some of the golf course regulars and whatnot. So he elected to take his revenge. Now, there was a big golf tournament the next day, so he thought, right, I know what I'll do. This will fucking sort them out. went to the 18th green and curled a big monster into the 18th cup.
Oh, no.
Nice.
Oh, no.
Thing is, how do you get it out?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think you would just cut a new hole out, wouldn't you?
I knew it. I just
move it a bit.
Yeah.
Take the flag over. There we go. The new 18th hole.
Oh, God.
Me and a pal, when we were kids, we used to fuck up games of golf regularly in our local golf course. We used to go. What we used to do is go round the golf course, just take a little bucket with you, and you'd go collecting all the stray golf balls.
Okay.
Take them up to clubhouse. You'd maybe get like 50p a ball.
Okay,
So you'd
right.
do all right, yeah. So we used to go round, but then you get some guys who just moaned like fuck. Oh, what the fuck are you doing? You can't be here. And it was like, look, we get paid for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're here. So the guys that would moan would eventually get used to which ones were the moaning cunts, and you'd wait for the ball to land in the green. Of course, we'd be hiding in the bushes with about 50 golf balls. As soon as that thing landed on the green, oof, about 20 more golf balls just bop, 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 bop. Fucking had that. Or we used to wait till they maybe got like a belt or a shot, maybe the first hit would take them within like feet of the hole, and then you'd run out and steal it.
Brilliant.
Give them the finger and run away. We eventually got banned from the course.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yes.
Fucking hell.
It was good fun at the time though. Golf wankers.
Gentlemen, we're going to move on to the do you want fries with that, Mrs. Simpson? We're going to move on to the DHB news.
Fuck you, people. Here's the headlines on the DHB News.
Right, so fucking my voice is going to have word tonight. Pink, you should have some stories there for us.
No. Basically, we've been fucking waffling that long that my email session is timed out, so I've got to log in again, so crack at it.
Missing tourist in Iceland joins search for herself. She
got lost in a shop.
She's a tour bus passenger. She in remote southern Iceland. She's a bus driver in the volcanic canyon Elgia reported a foreign tourist missing on Saturday after she failed to return to her tour bus. The driver waited an hour before contacting local search and rescue teams to look for her, seemingly. So, the report said the search was called off early Sunday morning after it was discovered the woman, believed to be missing, had been on the bus all along, and had even took part in the search herself.
What the fuck?
She'd changed clothes and cleaned up after the stop in the fucking volcano bits. So they didn't recognise her initially. They're like, she's not here, what's up? Fucking search party. Seemingly, around 50 people participated in the search party to find her. And she took part as well.
Surely your first thing would be like, right, roll call. Yeah. So list the names here. When I say your name, put your hand up.
I mean, even doing a head count, Yeah. And it says here the woman was described as Asian, about 5'3" in dark clothing, and speaks English very well. But surely you'd say, right, head count. There's like, we left for 20, there's 20 back in here again, let's get the fuck out of here, kind of thing. Oh my god, brilliant. So, Pink, are you ready to tell anything else?
Yeah, I've got one here.
Okay.
Jailed for being ginger.
Oh, yes! Finally, Maynard's law swings again.
Sorry, Strubles.
This is fucking superb.
No,
Scottishman claims he was locked up for a crime he didn't commit because he was ginger.
Oh no,
that's committing a crime.
Yes, exactly. No, I'm wholeheartedly with you there, Steve. But anyway,
right.
Max McCaskill, 25, was accused of stealing games consoles from a shop in Dundee. He goes, a Scottish man has claimed he was spent a month in jail for a crime he didn't commit simply because he is ginger. He was actually in Berwick-upon-Tweed on the day of the alleged crime. And despite the fact prosecutors dropped charges against him, he ended up spending a fortnight in Perth prison. Mr. McCaskill, who has a string of previous convictions, has now claimed he was charged because Tayside police had received reports of a shoplifter with ginger hair and automatically assumed it was him.
Oh, brilliant. Love it.
Now, if he hadn't been such a thieving cunt in the first place, you know what I mean? They wouldn't have been pointing fingers. Fuck him.
The thing is, this isn't in his defence. This is kind of to prosecute. He's outside the court, and now he's got ginger hair. He's got a fucking tan that looks like Stubel's best, and he's wearing fucking like kind of what the fuck's that awful fucking tweedy colour that all the fucking Neds wear?
Burberry.
It's kind of a Burberry. Now, to be fair, that's just lifted on the fucking spot. I'm sure Maynard's Law would agree with that.
Yeah. I'm just going to say, how would Maynard's Law respond to you?
For even fucking turn up at court like that, he's guilty.
Put him down.
Does Maynard's law? I mean, obviously, judges. You are advised to appear in court smartly dressed.
Yeah.
But as Maynard's law, if you have somebody, for example, he's been accused of kicking a kitten, right?
Yeah.
Now the evidence might suggest that he didn't do it. You see, but he's arrived in court in like tracky bombs, tucked in the socks,
Guilty.
manky white.
Guilty. I don't even need to hear the story. Guilty.
In fact, you know something, on a serious note, surely that would just be like, what is it called again? Contempt of court.
I know.
You would
Fuck
think
him.
so, yeah.
Make a fucking effort, you guilty cunt.
There's certain
Jail.
places in life where you have to go looking your best. End of story.
Court and
Job
your own
interviews.
funeral. That's
Court.
about it.
Right, job interviews as well.
Yes.
Fucking you turn up in tracky bees in my court, boom. What's your story, son? Well, what happened was, boom, fuck off, I ain't got time for this, guilty. And you go, yeah, but I was on holiday at the time. I'm not interested in your chat. You fucking come back when you're more suitably fucking dressed. I can't get dressed in prison. You should have thought of that first. Fuck off. Guards, take him away. There'd have been no fucking chat whatsoever.
I think I love a bit of Maynard's law here. I must
Fucking
admit.
right. I wouldn't want guards. I'd want stormtroopers.
Yeah, yes.
How cool would that be?
Yes.
Take him
Fucking
away.
hell.
Yeah. And like you've got
Fuck him up, Steve.
you've got the person that sits and fucking does all the typing.
Yes.
I'd want one of them to be like a weird character from Star Wars as well.
Oh.
No.
The thing with the big lips from the cantina scene.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thing is, knowing Malok, I'd get fucking Jabba the Slut fucking next to me or something like that.
You could just imagine that, silence the court, please, and all you can hear is, the little cunt next to with the fucking typewriter giving it
A little thing at the side of me.
Now, one of the problems, of course.
a little thing at the side like that. The judge doesn't like you. I don't like you either. You know the thing, what I mean?
These aren't the Neds you're looking for.
Of course, the
Chewbacca sweated him in.
problem with the stormtroopers is they all look the same.
Yeah, they're all fucking Asians.
Boom! Wow!
See what I did there?
Which leads me on to this story.
Man, there's lots of them. You all get excited, fucking hell.
Which leads me on this story. Mother gives Chinese quadruplets numbered haircuts. So she's had 4 kids, 4 young boys who are identical. And even she says at times she can barely tell which one's which. Seemingly their father has got no clue which one's which. Like, yeah, you're Bob and you're Dave, I've no idea. Says that regularly, like, number 2 might cause a smash something, and number 4 will get a balking for it, by the father and stuff. So they're heading to school, first day of school. What does she do to individualise them for class? She shaves numbers into their heads.
Brilliant.
So they're basically shaved bald, apart from a hairy 1 or a hairy 2. So
I
I've got a
don't
photograph.
fancy a hairy 2 in my head. That's
If you can see that photograph, there's 4 little kids with numbered hairdos, which
Wise
is
the
just
fuck up.
fucking
Holy
genius.
shit.
I'll tell you what's funny is the one with the number 1 on his head. He's technically got 3 Japs eyes.
What the?
They all look like fucking future Bond villains.
But the thing is, though,
I do actually.
the number 1 guy looks like an Asian B.A. Baracus. But I mean, let's face it. If you're one of those kids, wouldn't you hate being number 2?
Somewhere in Asia, there's a podcast going on just now where they're saying all us white guys just look the same. Can't tell us apart. All look the fucking same.
Pink, any more stories from yourself?
Yeah, I've got one here. Right, now, Maynard, you do love a good pun.
Yes.
Here's one for you. Right, man who killed wife over cable TV dies after choking on a piece of chicken, but the pun is not there. Wait till you get to it. A beastly New Yorker who killed his long-suffering wife with a can of peas because she wouldn't pay for extra TV channels has been dealt the ultimate karma. Choking to death on a piece of chicken.
Wow.
Fuck's sake.
The ultimate karma.
Yeah. I see what you did there.
Was
Pink.
it a piece of chicken in a curry though, or is
Yeah.
it just they're making the chicken reference?
It's all there in front of you, Steve.
it's all
Do what
there.
you want with it.
Now, Chris, of course, you have a history of a DJ history, basically.
Yes.
And I'm sure you've been to like house parties where they might go a bit late on, a bit loud, and there's a lot of singing, DJing, and blah blah.
Yeah.
Now, if for example you've got neighbours who are being loud, and partying away like till maybe 4 or 5, even 6 in the morning, how would you respond? What would you do to let them know that you're a bit miffed?
I've dealt with one once. I've basically got an adhesive and glued his lock shut on his door so he couldn't get out. Filled his locks up with glue and adhesive so he couldn't get out of his door.
Is that not when you're then supposed to put petrol through the letterbox and set about it?
Smoke come out! And then sit down to masturbate.
Considering I lived in the 18th floor of a skyscraper and he had no chance of getting out of his windows afterwards, I thought that might be a bit harsh.
Shit, that's not good.
It would work though. It would work.
I'd never have trouble again.
They've been awful quiet since that party.
Wow.
A strange smell coming from number 71.
We've all dealt with, bad neighbours who party too late and whatnot as well. And sometimes, it happens rarely. You don't make it let it slide and forget about it. But here's a man here who's become a bit of an internet celebrity after he posted a massive poster outside the block of flats where he lives to complain about his neighbours who'd been, karaokeing all night. And it's in big letters. To the people that kept us up all night by singing, screaming on their balcony. He's basically gone ahead and rated their singing performance throughout the night, you see.
Brilliant.
He's written, thank you for your epic performance. Your terrace faces 115 windows, so you really did have the perfect stage. I'm sure you're keen to hear our verdict. 2:23 a.m. Pinball Wizard, The Who. Terrible. 3 out of 10. Your performance of this would cause the band more shame than Peter Townsend's liberal attitude towards paedophilia. Wow. 3:14 a.m. Walk This Way by Aerosmith, the Run DMC version. The lowest point of the performance, 1 out of 10.
Oh, wow.
I hate this song. For me, it's always cowered in the shadows of dark. Dude looks like a lady. However, it's catchy. So catchy that Walk This Way became your catchphrase of the evening. Repeated every 10 minutes or so. It literally gets funnier every time. 8:20 a.m. Tiny Dancer, Elton John. Actually very good. 7 out of 10. I've always said, if you're going to be woken up after 2 hours sleep, it might as well be to a herd of morons screaming Tiny Dancer. 9:10 a.m. Friday, I'm in Love by The Cure. A return to poor form. 2 out of 10. You sang the opening line, I don't care if Monday's blue, with supreme confidence. Judging by how wired you all looked by the stage, I can assure you Monday through to Thursday will be very, very blue. As the song ended, one of you looked out over our courtyard and hugged the other. You gestured to the beautiful sunny morning and gave a little smile that said to the world, yep, we absolutely nailed that. I hate you. Isn't that just the best fucking poster? It's fucking quality. That's just gold. Pink, anything else you have there news-wise?
Yeah, I've got one here. Now, it's a bit disturbing because by and large we always kind of promote that women are fucking insane.
Yes.
But obviously we have one here which is not a woman, but I would imagine he is a woman because it's a bloke who appears to be fucking off his nut.
Right.
Guy fakes his own death to make girlfriend see life would be empty without him.
Fuck.
This is the kind of shit that a woman would pull.
I'm praying that totally backfired and she got with like his fucking brother or something.
Well, anyway, in what may well be the worst wedding proposal in history, a Russian man hired a whole film crew to stage a deadly car crash and see if the woman he wanted to marry really loved him to death. Most people already know, or at least they think they know, the person they want to marry truly loves them before they pop the big question. But 30-year-old Alexei Baikov from Omsk, Russia, wanted to make absolutely sure, instead of taking the easy route, he liked making his girlfriend Irina take a lie detector test, or at least check to see whether she swallowed. He decided to fake his own gruesome death to see what her reaction would be. So the young Russian hired a movie director, stuntman, makeup artist, and even a scriptwriter to stage a car crash in which he lost his life. They made sure everything looked as realistic as possible by using crash cars, smoke, ambulances, and carnage, so the poor girl didn't think for a minute she was the victim of a creepy prank.
Fucking hell.
What the fuck?
I mean, don't get me wrong, I am all for playing pranks on women because they're stupid and smell. Yeah. Right? But fucking faking your own death to propose, what the fuck is going on there?
That's like,
Now,
what the fuck?
now she arrived on the scene to find her beloved's body lying on the road all covered in blood. A paramedic told her that he was dead, and she immediately broke into tears. Once the romantic prankster got the reaction he was waiting for, he got off from the pavement and proposed. You can imagine Irina's reaction, can't you? Well, although she admits at first she almost killed him again, but this time for real, in the end she accepted this crazy man's to be this crazy man's wife for the rest of her life.
I bet it doesn't last.
The
best reaction would have been her going, zombies! Chopping his head off.
Now, of course, now Steve, of course, you've been married before, as have you, Maynard, as well. And I believe you've been engaged probably as well, Chris.
Yeah.
You know, so you've all at some point asked someone to marry you. I mean,
no. It was assumed more than anything with me.
Hold on.
Yeah.
You've got to tell a story.
Well, it was an arranged marriage.
Okay, what actually happened was, we were going out at the time. Been going out for must have been a couple of years now anyway. And it was a chat about moving in, and she goes, "Oh yeah, we could do, but Mum and Dad's a bit of old-fashioned, and they don't want us moving in together unless we're married." And I says, "Well, who knows? Maybe someday down the line, possibly could do." There was a few drinks in there. There. So anyway.
So in your head, you said, "Yeah, you know, who knows?" And you went, "Yeah, all right."
Now, bear in mind at this time, I was still living in Leeds. She's still up in Aberdeen.
Okay.
Right. So I'm thinking, okay, didn't think anything else of it. Well, about a fortnight or so later, this was before you had internet and you could email each other picture titties and all that sort of shit. So you couldn't do anything like that. So I used to get a letter every couple of weeks off her. And next thing, opens up this letter. All right, how's it going? Yeah, not bad. Blah blah blah. Fucking newspaper cutting. The engagement of, I'm not going to say the name. That is a God's honest truth.
I'm guessing one of them was Maynard.
Well, yeah, obviously one of them was Maynard. Yeah, obviously.
So the first you heard that you were engaged was a newspaper cutting.
That was the actual first thing, and I was like,
though, right?
You're
the best thing about that is it's been in the paper, so all of Aberdeen has seen it before you have.
All of Aberdeen know.
Holy shit.
So I'm like, what the fuck? Now the next day she was due to come down anyway, so I was like, okay, we'll have the chat then. So she's down, she's all excited, she's all happy and that lot, and it just spiraled out. Anyway, I ended up moving up thinking,
hold on, did no part of you say, what the fuck is this?
At that point, you should have hired the film crew, the director.
I'm sorry.
Maynard, that pussy must have been nice, my friend.
But how can Maynard's law be so strict against people shitting in the street when he can't even man the fuck up and tell the woman, why the fuck is that in the paper?
Maynard, why would you
the vagina was good, my friend. That's all I can say.
Maynard, why would you like me? You told me that wasn't an arranged marriage.
But the worst thing was,
shit.
every time I tried to get out of it, something else had happened. So something else more happened, so I couldn't get out of the story even more. There was a fucking engagement party all thrown for us the next time I came up, and there was fucking presents, and there was all sorts, and I'm like,
so you're tied in?
I'm fucking tied in. I'm like, how can I get out of this? But at the time, things were good. I'm not going to lie about it. So I was like, just go with it. See what happens.
Just go with it.
Things were good. And then
okay.
moved up and things were fucking great. And I thought, yeah, do you know what? That's cool. Fucking it's what you need to do. I got married.
Maynard,
and then literally as soon as I ring one on the finger,
you're a fucking disgrace.
The bitch witch got flipped.
Oh.
You're a disgrace, Maynard.
In your defense, Maynard, I got a lot of cool free shit out my wedding.
Yeah.
So, you know... So, I mean, as shit a marriage as it was.
But the thing that baffles me is that
stuff.
Maynard's in my list of folk who are fucking uber cool, you see. Cool as chips.
Until now.
But when it comes to the poontang, suddenly your shit's ruined.
Nah, but there's... See, that's the thing, though. In the old days, I was quite a shy, quiet kind of guy then.
Right.
I wasn't the Maynard, the wonderful legend you see above you.
RIC,
yeah, I wasn't the
Slick
Slick RIC, Triple M, the Monday Night Highlight, whatever you want to call me out. That was before fucking all that shit happened.
It made you what you are.
Yes, it did. It did.
If it wasn't for that, he wouldn't be here now.
Monday Night Highlight!
Fucking, that was before all that happened.
The whole Evan show himself.
Yeah,
I'll tell you, Maynard, you're a
shy.
fucking disgrace. Listen, Martin Luther King fought against this kind of slavery, and you're actively encouraging it.
I was the
Awful.
shyest kind of guy you'd ever wish to meet. Then you ask my mates. Up until then, I was unbelievably shy, and it wasn't until we'd split I was like, do you know what? I had a list of things I always wanted to do, but because I was with her, I couldn't do it. And I was like, you You know what? Fuck it, I'm going to do it.
That's brilliant.
Like Morgan
Brilliant.
Freeman in the bucket list.
Yeah.
Without the really cool voice. It's a nice voice.
Why don't we start a competition? Let's see if we can raffle Maynard off.
It's genius. It really is. My God.
But yeah, that is the God's honest truth, that.
Holy shit. Well, anyway, folks, that's been our DHB news.
Fuck you, people. Here's the headlines on the DHB News.
I am just genuinely quite stunned, to be honest with you.
Shocked.
Holy
Fucking
shit.
hell.
Now, folks, for those of you who are listening to the podcast only, we've got a little treat for you at the end of the show. Now, you folks live, you folks live won't hear this because I'm going to add it to the end of the file in the podcast. But we've had a submission from our good friends over at the Royal and Doodle podcast.
Oh, we've not had anything from them
Like
in a
an
while.
audio sketch. Now, it's a bit long to play on the show regular. It's like 6 minutes long, so it is, It's a little bit long, so I'm going to add it to the end of this week's show. So when you download the podcast, you'll hear that file at the very. So hang around after our goodbyes, and you'll hear that sketch by the Royal Doodle Boys. Gentlemen, I think it's time for us to move on to our very important section. Now, guys, if you want to get yourselves prepped up for the Maynard, I know that you're calling us to a bit of a hit here. I know that you're calling us to a bit of a hit on the criticism about your singing voice. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through one run first of all with just Steve and just Mac to give you the confidence then to see where that pitch is, where the pitch is. Okay, and then we'll go again and you step in as well.
Before we do anything, could we add to the Amazon wish list one of them auto-tuners?
Right, okay.
Can we get Pink to do it with his fucking voice this week?
Well, Pink, what do you think,
Hey,
Pink?
Maynard, if you want an auction, if you've been watching any of the clips from X Factor in America, you could just get Jennifer Lopez's auction.
See, my TV won't let me watch X Factor. It's got this thing called fucking... I was going to say climate control, then it's got fucking
Sense.
quality control. It won't let me watch that shit.
It's got a fucking off button.
Yes, right.
Done.
Quality control is called mute.
I'm not sure if it's my TV or what, but I can't seem to watch it either. I think just every time the channel comes on, I kind of just skip past it.
Yeah. It's just shit.
It's just shit.
It's got a reaction with a hand.
It's not just shit, it's fucking shit.
So, gentlemen,
fucking
Just on the X Factor note, very quickly, I did see Britney Spears on this wee highlight, and I've got a bit of a thing. Britney Spears on X Factor in America. What is the difference between Britney Spears and a $10 whore?
Nothing.
You get
Nothing.
change from Britney.
Nothing.
hey!
I'd still double with Britney Spears. I don't care what anyone
I
says.
totally would.
You would. You would.
Even though she went baldy and crazy for a while there.
See, even when she was bald, I'd have still
I don't know.
rattled her.
I think
She's got less IQ than Mac.
If we're speaking,
Fucking genius, you cunt.
if we're speaking about like American fucking X Factor, whatever it is, I would probably take Paula Abdul over fucking Britney.
Would you really?
Bitch is crazy.
Yeah, she's still looking good. That Paula
She's
Abdul.
still looking good, yeah.
I didn't mean it like that. I just mean Britney's that shit.
Oh, right, okay. Gentlemen, we have the mail.
You've got some mail.
Oh my god!
I thought it was a dry run.
Oh, that was the run with just Steve and Matt first to
yeah.
show you, to give you that pitch, so you can hear the pitch and know what you're aiming for. You see? Now this, we're going to go again, and you're going to be in there too.
There's me thinking I was like some sort of fucking baritone or some shit.
Gentlemen, we're doing it. We're doing it. Go
We
for
should
it.
start a DHB quartet.
some
Mail.
Beautiful.
That was a
Beautiful.
like a fucking cow.
We've
You need to change that from male to bloke. You've got some bloke.
See, in my mind, remember Boys to Men, the boy with the fucking deep voice, like,
yes.
oh, the end
Darth
of
Vader.
the road. That's how I think I'm sounding.
You've got some she-mail.
Fucking hell. In reality, I sound like fucking George Formby or something like that.
Gentlemen, we've got an email from a guy called Todd Smashpasty,
Oh, hello, Todd Smash Pasty.
who's emailed before, I believe, and he writes, "Hello dear."
Oh dear. He's on my Twitter.
He says, "Is he?"
Maynard.
He's writing, "Just been listening to the latest show. I know it's late in the day, but it took 2 attempts as I had to switch it off due to a mild vomiting incident when driving due to the deep-fried tranny sack story. I've got an idea, possibly a crap one, for the great roast v mash debate. How about an eating contest to decide which is best? It could be done after the live show. Contenders from both camps take on a bucket of mash stroke roasties in a race to finish, or first one to vomit loses. Kind of like that scene from Stand By Me, but really starchy. The live show is on the Sabbath as well, which is right. So the perfect day for deciding once and for all. Anyway, not looking for this to be read out. Tough. Just had the stupid idea, so I thought I'd share it. So guys, what do you think? Post live show in Thurso.
Bring it, bitch.
Mash v roast. Now, Steve, could you manage though a big pot of mash? And Maynard, could you manage the roasties?
Roasties are a bit drier than mash. Depends how the mash is made, though.
Well,
If
you're
mash with
allowed.
some dry shit, you're going to be fucking struggling.
Yeah.
That tomato sauce should sort, though.
You're allowed beer with your food, of course. You know, what I mean, that would be
bit gassy, though. You struggle.
yeah, a bit gassy. What do you think, guys?
I'm game.
Yeah,
Be a
It
challenge.
involves food. I'm up for it.
This could be a challenge.
I was probably
I
getting fucked.
actually think though that we might have enough to organise without trying to organise a fucking pot of mash and roasties.
That's the Mama Sasquatch could get onto.
Yep, I'll give her a job.
Yeah.
Lazy cow.
Hold on though. We do actually have to eat the food though, don't we? Isn't that like a bit of a, your mum's cooking?
Hey, my mum's cooking's fucking off the top shelf, by the way. She's awesome. She's
Top
awesome.
shelf cooking. What's that like, in the
Razzle.
news and stuff?
It's almost like it's almost like
Fiesta.
porn. Exactly.
Read his wife.
It's like food porn. She
our
nails it.
40s.
She fucking. That's why I'm fat. She fucking nails
I was
it.
literally waiting to say, has anybody looked at Scotty?
Get the fuck at my house. We've got an email from a guy called David Llewellyn.
David Llewellyn.
Yes. And hello to you, my distinguished and beloved bastards. Even Steve.
Hello.
Even if he is a rotten out arse cavity of a human being.
Fuck you, David Llewellyn.
I have something for the newly created heavenly section of the podcast.
Go fuck yourself.
I hope this section can gain the reputation that other sections, such as the sin bin and what's in the box, have achieved.
Stick it up your section, you cunt.
My entry is something I believe to be the best thing to come out of the Middle East since, well, to put it bluntly, suicide bombers. How's that a best thing? That's the worst thing.
You can fucking keep them.
I believe everyone can agree with my entry, simple as it may be, as the majesty of donor meat. Obtained from your... Now, he's got a point. Donor meat is fucking orgasmic.
Yeah, that's fucking A.
Horribly fatty, but my God.
It makes me feel sick when I eat it, you know?
Does it really?
Yeah, it's just too fatty.
He writes, this glorious piece of meat could make a vegetarian foam at the crotch by the simple splendour of it. Makes it a godsend. He's written like a tard as well. A godsend of busy weekdays and tiring weekends. Even though many bouts of the dreaded meat sweats, worse than a lesbian's FUD at the sight of a 24-hour yoga marathon, I still love these thin, succulent morsels of culinary excellency. If there are, I doubt there are, any vegetarians listening to your shows, I defy you, nay, challenge you, not to love these godly meat morsels of excellence. No matter what you have them with, whether it be chips, pita bread, or, God forbid, mashed tatties, you can't help but wonder at these awe-inspiring meats. That's all for me this week. I just wanted to say, Steve, I forgive you for your love of mash. It's not your fault your mother's heroin habit affected you in the womb. Steve, any reply to Babid Llewellyn there?
Which womb? The living womb? The bed womb? The bath womb?
Very, very tired.
Fucking hell.
David
Holy
Llewellyn.
shit.
Speaking of suicide bombers, isn't tomorrow
Right.
the day that everyone goes on about, like, the 9th of November?
9th of November.
Yeah.
The 9th of November.
9/11. Is that not? Yeah. Everyone starts...
9/11.
Yeah. It's 9th of November, isn't it?
Fucking hell. Oh dear.
Moving on from that subject
so
before we
anyway,
get fucked up.
Yeah. Next email from Shannon Eames.
I'm just saying.
Hello, doghouse bastards.
Eames.
I can't
I
think.
used to have a Mrs. Eames as a physics teacher, and her hair was cut like the shape of a bell end. You know that kind of weird ridge shape? It was funny as
Where it
fuck.
looks like a Lego haircut.
Yeah.
The one
it
that plugs
literally
on,
looked
yeah.
like you could just pull it off,
Oh,
so to speak.
right, okay.
In both senses, the Lego haircut and the bell end shape.
9/11 jokes. We've had a new low. I can't think. Hello, doghouse bastards. I can't think of anything besides unicorn cum every time you mention unicum. The question is whether or not actual unicorn cum would be an improvement over what you boys have been sipping on. What do you think?
Fucking anything's an improvement of that stuff.
She makes a fair point though by saying, on one hand, it sounds magical, like it give you magic powers, like teleportation, invisibility, or flying powers. On the other hand, would it taste a lot like horse splooge? The next question, of course, is would you drink it anyway if one or all of the aforementioned powers were in the mix? So, Steve, if you were told, here's a big cup of unicorn cum, basically horse jizz, but if you drink this whole cup, you're going to have the power of flight, for example.
Nah, you're alright.
Just get in a plane.
Yeah. I don't need to fly. It's fine.
What about invisibility?
It's far more beneficial if it gave him the fucking power of speech.
Super strength.
Aye, from her. Fucking no, just no.
For you would not drink a pint of unicorn or horse splooge to gain a superpower.
I can't think of anything worse. You know, the only image I've got in my head now is you've seen Van Wilder where they've got the creamy buns and they're all.
God, I'm feeling sick now as well. My God, Maynard, what about you? Say, for example, they said to you, Maynard, we're going to make you you drink this whole pint of horse jism. Then you're going to have the power of, I don't know, you'll be like Wolverine.
I give him a super afro.
Not for Wolverine, but if I could have like
Black Dynamite.
Yeah, I would either be mind control. I'd be seriously tempted for mind control, or to be able to fuck about with time.
You want to become a woman?
No, if I could fuck with time, I could go back to before I did it, and I'd have that power already, and I wouldn't do it again.
You can go back and say, take an advert in the paper, or not engaged. Right?
Yeah.
What about you, Mag? A whole pint of fucking basically horse sauce, horse jizz. If you could have a superpower,
for the right power, yeah, fucking right.
What power would you do it for?
It's got to be invisibility. Has to be.
Why? What the fuck are you gonna do when you're invisible?
Look at girls get naked.
You do that on the internet for free.
Yeah, but okay.
Here's the thing, right? Have you got to collect it yourself, or or do you just get handed a pint glass?
No, clearly you've got to milk the unicorn.
Oh, no.
Okay, no.
Give it a good... For a superpower.
No, someone milks it
I
for
would
me.
lay it cold my tits for superpowers. Peg, what about you?
I'm not really sure. I mean, I drink a pint of unicorn jizz, and I can have any power that I want.
Any single power you want. And you know what? It might even fix your throat.
Has the unicorn been eating pineapples recently?
Or strawberries?
Yeah, something sweet, kind of fruit.
No, spinach.
Right, well, fuck it then.
Right, okay.
Yeah, mind control. Fuck it, mind control. I would do. Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie.
Well, that's not a bad idea actually, because then you could just make everyone forget.
No.
Even yourself, you could be like, right, just forget it.
We can't give Maynard mind control because then we're all fucked.
Oh, big
Have
time.
you heard Maynard's law?
Well, that's a good point. Because then the song go, my mind's telling me no. Or is it?
My mind's telling me no. Are you sure now?
Yes. These aren't the droids you're looking for. So, Pink, what do you think?
I don't know. I mean, to place a wee in-joke in this week that only one person will get the reference, I'd like to be able to place myself between storm and thunder.
No, it's not me. I'm just kidding.
I didn't get either, to be honest with you. I have no idea. The fuck was that?
This has been Mr. Pink's shit and joke of the
Storm and thunder.
Okay, no.
Not the fucking Scooby.
That's
Hey,
it.
listen. For the next few weeks, you'll just hear me occasionally reference storm and thunder. You won't know what I'm talking about, but only one person will.
They're not gladiators. In fact, I had a neighbour when I lived in Port Lethen that had two big fucking black labs called Storm and Thunder.
Oh.
Is that weird? That's kind of weird.
Are
No
you...
offence. Fucking animal living fuck.
Gentlemen, I'm going to... I want to add somebody to the chat, basically.
Oh, is this someone who's been asking to get on Skype all night?
No. I'm going to add the lovely Coops to the call because we need more Coops action. And of course, she's not answering her fucking Skype as usual.
Fucking twat.
What a fucking twat.
But I'll tell you what, since we haven't got Coops there, I've got someone on the chat room called Thurzo Boy saying to say a big hello to you.
To me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he seems to think he knows me as well, so fuck knows who it is.
Thurzo Boy.
But funnily enough, I was out the weekend on Friday night for my work's due, and I was in a local nightclub that is mainly like 80s music and that lot, buckled as usual, this big, massive bloke comes up to me, and I'm thinking, oh, fuck, I'm going to have to unlaunch fucking bump and thump here. I don't know what's going on here, like. Comes up, goes, "Yo, Maynard, aren't you?" I'm like, "Yeah." "Oh, fan of the show, blah, blah." I'm like, "Oh, superb." But at the time, I had my eye on some random girl.
Lovely.
So I didn't get a chance to... No.
Some fatty in a leopard skin dress. I'm putting money on it.
How did you can? But so
club.
No, a guy called Dingus. So I said I'd give him a shout on the show. A guy called Dingus.
Hello, Dingus.
Do you know what's
Hello.
is I said to Coops be available for the show.
Coops, you fucking cunt!
Listen,
Coops!
while you're dialing that fucking flappy fanny pain in the arse, I'll give you a wee story of what happened last night while I was on Facebook. Anyway, I was on Facebook, and Philo Pish has now rediscovered Facebook because he's a fucking techno tard, and he decided to put a picture of what he thought would be roasties on my Facebook page, but which was actually a pair of genitals with lots of warts on them under the tagline of roasties. So I was like, oh yeah, very funny. But there was a certain person on Facebook who decided to comment on said roasties, and I'll get their actual name for you just now. I think it's Michelle Gibson. Yeah, Michelle Gibson is it, and who's Alan Gibson's wife, and she found very much to her cost that nowadays if you're on Facebook and you comment on anything, you comment on it, but not only that, everyone in your address book then gets to see what you've been commenting on. And unbeknown to her mother-in-law then was on Facebook, and up pops a picture of these warty genitals on her Facebook. What in the very fuck is this? Michelle's been commenting on. Not only that, some 13-year-old niece pop hairy testicles with warts on it. What the fuck is this?
Oh no!
Well, that niece isn't going to go anywhere near a cock in a while. Then that's kind of like, that's not a bad deal, to be fair.
Oh, that's horrible as hell. Okay, we are now calling the Coops. I think we've managed to figure out what the problem is here, so hopefully Coops will answer in a second. We'll wait and see. She's not. Hello, Coops, are you there?
I'm here.
Oh, hello, Coops, how are you? Cooper. Hello, Cooper, how are you? Coops, we have an email that again references yourself, so I'll play this.
She's a crotty bitch, and she'll drink your piss. Who wants to hang out the arse of Claire? Serpent cunt.
I know who wants to hang out the arse of Claire.
Do you? David. So Claire, before we carry on, how's your week been, my darling?
Right, hold on. Listen. Split arse, shut up. Right. I just want to finish off my story about Michelle Gibson, right? There was a wee update from it.
Okay.
Which was earlier on today, and it was going, that photo is causing distress everywhere. My sister went into the 3 shop today because her battery buggers up when she was on Facebook. So the fresh-faced salesman asked if he could go on to see what happened. And lo and behold, what's the first thing that pops up on her phone while she's in the 3 shop? A pair of warty bell end with testicles.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So Coops, how have you been, my dear? How's things with you?
Yeah, on that subject.
Speaking about warty balls,
I've been really going to be so busy this week because I've gone back to work as well as being a student as well.
So, now,
you're even less like Forbes.
Coops, can you
haunt the prostitution scene again?
Yeah. So, Coops, can you pimp out then what you're doing, what you're back working as?
I don't know if I'm allowed to mention the company, but I'm working for a very well-known lingerie and toy supplier, shall we say, that go around
Toys
and
R
do
Us.
parties in women's homes.
Silly mummers.
It's Jennifer Winter.
Right, okay.
Argos.
Argos. So,
Better wear.
So you're back working with them now. I do believe now, Coops. Do you want to announce what you're going to be doing, hopefully before the live show?
Yeah, what's happening was I was having a little conversation last week, and I was saying, I might do a little party for the girls that are coming up for DHB. It'll be a nice little kind of get together for the girlies, and they'll get them all hot and horny for you boys and stuff.
Yes,
lovely. That's
why we've got Maynard.
Pink kind of mentioned it. Pink kind of mentioned it up the road, and supposedly all these women are going fucking feel because they don't have that kind of shop in their area. So I'm now going to be doing a party on the Saturday night in the Why Not for lots of horny Thursday women.
Brilliant.
And I'm going to get them all foaming at the gash.
Fabulous.
Have some nice treats and surprises in store, and
lovely.
You guys are definitely going to get laid.
I fucking hope so.
You need to get yourself into business up there. You could open up a little shop. Hoops one-stop cock shop.
So essentially, from what I can gather is now, guys, of course, the live show's on the Sunday, the Saturday night, and the Why Not. Coops will obviously post details about this shortly, hopefully, on our Facebook page, on our website, of course. But it will be her big kind of Sally Winter's fucking party. See, so now, of course, men are not allowed. From what I can gather.
What the fuck?
But I did hear tell Pink. I did hear tell Coops that there was going to be some buff butlers stroke buff bastardos. What's going on?
Hell yeah!
Who's going to stroke the buff bastardos?
Well, we need to have a conversation about that later on. So I've not actually asked very nicely to the people that I want.
Because if you think I'm going to be wearing a fucking onesie in front of like 40 horny women, you can fuck off.
I need to show you what I've got in store for you, boys. Seriously.
I'll wear the DHB thong again. I'm quite accustomed to that thing.
I am not walking out and using a monkey spanker. You can
just a little fashion, please.
Fashion? Nobody wants to see my fat ass in fucking Sally Winter's clothes.
Yeah, we do. It'd be funny as fuck.
Don't thumbs up, Chris. You know what
I'm fucking agreeing with you.
The thing is, there's a slight flaw in the plan.
Right.
Is the fact that you're up there obviously trying to advertise Jennifer Winter's products, right? And you're doing a show, and let's face it, if you have some buff butlers there, but if you have Maynard there, that will affect sales.
Yeah, they won't,
because they won't want to buy the artificial thing. They'll want the real thing, baby.
Well, good boy.
Or a moulding.
You haven't seen the fucking shit they've got in store right now. I'm not joking you. Even I was like, holy
Maynard,
fucking
can we take
shit.
a moulding of your erect
I was
penis?
just going to say this, Claire. Can we pimp out a DHB big and oil cock? If we can get a penis mould of the Maynard. I mean, this monster.
We'll need to reduce.
Listen, you missed out one word. It's a Maynard big and fish oil.
So essentially, what we need is a fluffer. We get Maynard like a rock, right? We
I'll be the fluffer.
Veins and everything poking
Claire's
out.
going to fluff. We're going to pack you full of Viagra.
We'll get an elastic band around the base.
So yes.
Can't we use that plaster of Paris kit that you've got on Maynard?
Country Baggin says the Maynard dildo begging you. So
tagline underneath: we got a gusher.
Maynard drilling.
We get you like Frank Bruno's leg, right? And sing.
All right, Harry.
All right. So Frank Bruno's leg. We then quickly on the mold, set. We then make a prosthetic Maynard dildo, which will make us £1 million.
I don't think it'd be hard with you boys doing it. That's the worrying thing. It can't be you guys doing it.
No. We'll find.
You could raffle off just a plaster of Paris cock of Maynard.
Guys, right.
The thing is, if we start making Maynard dildos, they won't be used as dildos. They'll be used as fucking legs for fucking
police
oil rigs,
truncheons.
you know what I mean?
Why don't we for a laugh, right? Just purely
Mold
an
our
idea.
genitals. Is that
Why
what
don't
you're
we
suggesting?
all mold our genitals and make DHB penises, which we can then
You play Guess the Cock.
we can play guess the cock, right? And then we
Oh no, Scott! Think about this. This show isn't Thursday. Far too many people will get it right.
You know, you're obviously going to need a ball either side to give it balance. Mine won't stand up. It's going to be like try to stand on one foot and just fall over.
we'll just get one of those like
Probably
those
Steve's
suction
then.
pads at the bottom to slam onto things. Oh fucking
Even then, it's only going to have one ball. At base.
Fucking leaning tower.
Yeah.
So they'll guess yours straight away. We make up a selection of penises, right? Dildos based in our cocks.
Right.
And then
But bigger.
and then
so people can see them.
Well, obviously.
I will quite happily come round to yours with the kit and do all your penises for you. That's not a problem.
I'm doing it by myself. You lot can fuck off. There'll be nobody here.
As long as there's a good fluffer on the go, I'm not really fussed.
I'm gonna have
thing
a
is-
bar.
thing
We'll
is-
get Tracy up to, you know.
There'll be a dead giveaway.
me, fuck
There'll,
it,
there'll be like there'll be like 4 or 5 cocks there looking like a fucking soldier standing at attention outside Buckingham Palace with his big shiny boots on. Except there'll be one there with only one boot.
Didn't we cover that a short ago? Didn't we cover that with
Yeah.
the whole one?
We said that.
It fell over and, you know... So, we fucking hell. We make show bastard
Speak into the mic, you hairy arsed cunt. I can't hear you.
Hung up that cunt today. We make show bastard dildos. Right? And then we have a game where we pass them around, give them a wee taste. No. We use them. No.
This is getting a bit broadcast mountain to me.
Between our tits. No. And then
See who fits and who. I mean,
we then
let's get this train on the road.
we then auction these motherfuckers. We then auction these motherfuckers out on for the show.
Oh, I'm up for
And
that.
see who raises
I'm
the most
so
money.
excited about this.
We'll see whose cock raises the most money for the show.
Hell.
I think mine would raise the most money just
think
for
so.
novelty factor. The novelty factor of having one ball name.
I think mine will be because it's just so small. Anyway,
yours is like purse size.
If we make a Maynard dildo, the tagline has to be available in any colour, so long as it's black.
yes. Okay.
one
so
size fits no one.
So this will be discussed off air, but we do have an email here for Claire from a guy called Captain Clitoris Crusher, and he writes, "Hey bastards, this is just a quick one tonight, but after hearing how close the last week's listener was to scoring a 10 by offering up his retarded brother Babid, I think I've got much more of a chance now than I thought I had before. I'm not the most attractive lad around, but I do have a cousin called Fraser, who's got the full downs about him.
He's phrase, is it?
He's not the sharpest lad around. Has a face like an out-of-date Asda pizza. And can get a bit smashy if you move too fast around him.
Like a dinosaur.
But I think
Vision based on movement.
stay still, he won't kill you. But I'm thinking that since he's built like a fucking silverback gorilla, he'll be a monster between the sheets, and we'll give our goddess Claire the ripping out she so richly deserves. Once he's been through her like a fucking out of control council jackhammer.
Oh, good hell.
I'll scrape together what's left and bundle her off to Axe in the Emergency to be fitted with a full body cast she'll almost absolutely need. Then, when she's completely immobile and plastered up, I'll spend the next fortnight randomly coming into the hospital room in the early hours of the morning and take a good hour or so hard fucking her dirty whore mouthhole while thumbing toffees up her arse. Once she's either so packed full of my sauce that it comes out of her nose, or so packed full of Werther's Originals that when she farts, it smells like Willy Wonka's ensuite bathroom. I'll turn back on her favourite DVD of Jerry McKell classics and leave her in peace to heal up and get back to show fitness. Don't worry though, I'll make sure she's not fed any of my baby gravy after midnight, because we also the consequences of that film in Gremlins 2. So Claire, this is when we turn to you, give you a wee pause to compose yourself and see if you think that Captain Clitoris Crusher's offer of his full retarded cousin called Frito can get in between those stink chips. So what do you think? We're fucking her!
Fucking hell, I swear to fucking God.
If we are, it's in a bus that's painted yellow.
Oh dear.
Right, okay. My one for that one is I didn't like it as much as last week's one, so it's going to get a 9.
Oh shit.
It's going to get a 9 because they mentioned the whole bum thing, didn't they?
They did mention the bum
did.
thing.
Is that a good score or is that a German no?
So well.
Thumbing toffees up our arse, my fucking word. Listen, folks, we're going to call this an end of the show.
It's an end of the show.
Hey!
The thing is, if you like sook on those Werther's originals first, they're going to pop in a little bit easier, aren't they? Have you ever taken a Werther's original out your mouth and try to hold on to the fucking thing?
He's got a fucking point.
It's like a bar of soap in the shower. Fucking chasing the curtain down the room.
Steve, say goodbye to people right now.
Goodbye, people, right now.
Yeah, there we go. Maynard.
Goodbye to Dingus. I couldn't have talked to you anymore on Friday night.
Dingus. Steve again.
Thanks again to Clark for all his contributions.
Thank
He
you,
really has
Clark.
been throwing in a lot to the show recently.
He really has, yeah.
He gave me some cleaning stuff in my car as well.
Oh,
motherfucker.
Much appreciated.
Yeah.
Oh, but speaking of which,
Legend.
pause.
There's one.
You're like my cat. Big paws.
Hey!
Oh my god.
I am selling the Mondino this week.
Yeah?
The Mondino is finally going. The Mondino's finally going. It's done. And it's getting sold to a former show guest who comes back occasionally, Cue Ball.
Ha, great buy.
Great buy.
Oh, yeah.
Great buy.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
So effectively, as of the weekend, I will be carless.
Can we do stuff that can rub our bollocks all over the car before we hand it over?
No.
Like I did to Forbes' fridge and didn't tell him.
Don't give it away, Steve.
How
So
about
yes,
you take a
I'm
shit
going to be
in the
carless.
glove box?
So I'm then going to go and see about getting a new loan in the back.
Gear lever up your ass. Just to fuck up.
So a car loan, and I'm going to buy a truck again. I want a truck.
Hey.
Rub your knob in a steering wheel.
Truck. It's. And we're not going to molest Cue Ball's fucking new ride. Okay, well.
Yes, we are.
Okay, maybe a little bit we will.
Leave a dead hooker in the boot.
Anybody else wants to goodbye to?
The flaps, obviously.
The
Hello,
flaps.
welcome home. Nice to see you
Naturally.
again. Anyone else who knows me? Hello. Yeah, good to hear from you.
What about you, Chris Mack?
Oh, I'll say hello to Kirsten, who's probably lugging into this just now. And
She bought a t-shirt, I believe.
she did. She did.
Motherfucker.
Brilliant. Thank you, Kirsten. Much appreciated.
And the
Thank
rest
you,
of the Roller Girls lot as well.
Pink, what about you, friend?
Yeah, well, a quick shout out to everyone, the reviews this week, and I do have to read out one, but anyway, we've got DHB Leg Ends, we've got Jezbel, then we've got The Shop Whisperer, and then we've got Gaza 1989 Ginge, which has got one of the best reviews that I've ever seen on iTunes.
Go for it.
It quite simply says, I will pay to sleep with Claire.
Didn't work too well today. It was a little bit too low.
Shit as fuck.
I fucked it right up there.
And I'd like to give a shout out to Simon Fleer. He's a top man. But it's despite the fact that he's a top man, he does have a ginger beard, so he loses points.
He loses point for it.
We've not had your wife in the chat room this week.
You killed her.
And do you know what? I forgot to mention the whole show. I'm heartbroken.
Oh, why is that?
I think we could do with some of Steve's music.
Must be really important.
Do we have to?
Forgot
Because
the
it's the
whole
end of the
show.
fucking show. Okay.
Has your wife left you?
So what's happened to your wife, Pink?
Well,
Don't like to mention it, but
sad to say, but Joanna, Dave Lane,
Died.
still my wife, but she's moved back to Aberdeen and she currently doesn't have internet connectability, so she will not be on Google Plus, and that's a big double blow for everyone. Sad day.
is that it?
It's alright, okay.
It's a night.
Is it just a what you call it? Is it just a router she's needing? Because I've got a spare one kicking about. If that's
No,
what
I
it
think
is.
Spare bit of root for her, have you?
I think she's waiting for a connection to get made live in our
Ah,
house.
okay, I was going to say.
Of course, folks, we do.
Maynard, you're a habitual line stepper. You offer to go round to my wife and give her a router. Fuck, telling you.
Of course, folks.
you do. Get 'em.
As Pink said there, we do have, of course, our post-show Google Plus hangout. So the plan is hanging out to Google Plus, hanging out. I heard a line as well, by the way. Pause again.
Why do I feel I missed something special last week?
What happens in Google Plus stays in Google Plus.
We're hanging out last week.
Can't discuss what happens.
Can we officially now call the hangout, when we go to hangout, can we name it the Arse of Clare?
Right, okay. My point's gone now entirely. What the fuck was I going to say?
I don't know.
Holy shit.
Something happened last week.
Hanging out.
Hangout
I heard probably the most horrible description of like sex act I've ever heard in my life this week as well. Was discussing about, you know, with certain girls. I mean, for example, hang at the arse of Clare is a term that we use in Scotland, like I'd hang at the arse of that, which means I'd totally fuck her, you know. I heard someone this week describe a girl saying, I would hang at the back of that. In fact, it was last week, remember? Last week it was last week's show! It was fucking Philip Pish! I'd hang at the arse of that like a warm shit! Isn't that the most disgusting? I've been using that all week! Thank you, Philip Pish!
What was it one of the guys at work said to me the other day? He says, fuck, if I had a chance with her, I'd fucking break her open like my rifle and put a pistol right into her. I was like, that is fucking magic.
Is that the guy that was sexually harassing you?
No, it's one of the other guys.
How are you getting on with him? You got his number?
Oh, fuck. I tried recording him.
We also have to announce that Philip Pish is going to make it to the live show.
Oh, brilliant. Excellent.
I'm going to sing to him.
He'll be getting naked at some point, so that's fine. So Pink, anything else you want to say goodbye to it or connect to? Or?
No, that's it. Fucking see you all on Google Plus, motherfuckers.
What about you, Coops?
Just bye bye to chat room, and whoever said they would pay me to sleep with me, I'm a bit skint just now, so call me.
Call me maybe.
Call me baby.
We haven't done that this week, which is no. Yeah.
Call me then.
We can't.
What about the other one, the Bomb Bomb song? We've got to play that.
The Bomb Bomb. Have you heard that guy?
Yes. He's fucking never off the radio.
Have you? I mean,
ace.
We are. The show needs to end for fuck's sake.
Can I also, while you're looking for the Bomb Bomb song, can I just ask people to find Jim Patience on Facebook and check out his Klaus the forklift driver video? It's fucking hilarious.
Klaus the forklift driver.
It's supposed to be like a health and safety video about using forklifts, but it's fucking comedy genius.
Okay.
It's absolute gold. It's brilliant. It's worth watching.
That sounds just wonderful.
Yeah, it's not much point in trying to describe it. It's an audio thing. You know, we're doing audio. It's video. Just go have a look. Unless you're blind.
How about you post a link on the Facebook page?
It's on
that
my
work.
Yeah.
See, that'll be easier.
No.
Okay, for fuck's sake.
It's where I've seen it. I'm just telling you.
Right. Okay. Just let's make all our vote to go and find it. You know. Let's just
try to fill nicely there so you can get this.
Going around like bum bum bum.
I do love this. We can't play this just now. It's the end of the show, for fuck's sake. Folks. Folks, of course, thank you very much to everybody. Of course, remember, folks, please keep checking out our store at dhbshop.com. Every purchase you make really helps our show keep on the air, keep us going. It's really, really appreciated. Of course, our website, dhbradio.com. Pardon me.
Arse.
And arse! And our Twitter name, and by the way, our Twitter name has changed.
Why?
It was at Doghouse Podcast. It's now just at DHB Radio. If you currently follow us, nothing's changed. You can still see what we're saying.
Alright, okay.
But for new people, follow us at DHB Radio would be much appreciated. Of course, like our Facebook page, facebook.com/doghousebastards. Go to our website, dhbradio.com. Send me photographs of your tits if you're a girl. That would be fantastic.
That's not a bad idea. How about a segment? Rate my tits.
Rate my tits. Yeah, okay.
Women send in their tits, and we'll judge them.
Folks, I'm sorry for the madness. Good night.
Roll stays.
Mash.
Dearie me. Once again, chaos.
What the fuck?